Welcome to the chemistry online classes. As we have started the chapter coordination compounds, and in our last class we are discussing about the few of the important terms which are used in the coordination compounds. So today I want to tell you regarding the few more terms which are very important, and you need to know all these how to find certain problematic like finding the oxidation number that you need to learn. So let us go for the topic. That is today's concept, oxidation number of the central metal atom. Already you know what is central metal atom. Okay, in the coordination compounds, always if I am taking generally, if it is any coordination compound, so what happens, the central metal atom will be bonded through the coordination bond with the ligand. So, okay, the central metal atoms oxidation number we need to calculate. So, previously you need to know what is oxidation number. Oxidation number of the central metal atom is, it is the charge of the central metal atom that would carry, when it will carry, it is the charge of the central metal atom that would carry if the ligand attached to the CMI or CMA is removed with all its shared pair of the electron. Are you getting what I am saying? See here, suppose if I am removing this ligand from the central metal atom, so when the ligand is donating a certain pair of electron to the our central metal atom. So, if I am removing these ligands along with their shared pair of the electron, along with their lone pair of the electrons, during that time this central metal atom carries a charge, that what we are saying oxidation number. So, what is oxidation number? It is the charge of central metal atom that would carry when the ligands are removed with their lone pair of electron. Okay. Suppose if I am removing the ligand itself will going to donate a lone pair of electron. I said you, if the ligand along with their lone pair of electron, if it is removed during that time, the charge which is carried by the central metal atom, that is what we called as oxidation number of the central metal atom. And it is very important, you need to know how to calculate the oxidation number of the central metal atom. So, see here, I have written few of the example where you can able to find out the oxidation number of the central metal atom. So, here I have given the complex ion, already I said you what is complex ion. Okay. And then here I need to find out the oxidation number of this metal atom Fe. So, I do not know, I want to calculate this only, so I will keep it as a x, plus. So, how many Cn are there? 6 Cns are there, and the oxidation state of each one Cn is -1. So, the oxidation number of Cn is -1, which is equivalent to the charge possessed by that complex ion. Okay. So, this is equate to -4. Okay. So, now simplify it. X minus 6 is equals to -4. So, what happens? Send this -6 here. So, the value of x is +2. X is +2. It indicates what? The oxidation state of the metal atom, that is iron here, is +2. It is in the +2 state. That is written in the Roman letter like this, Fe +2, like this. This is the oxidation number of the iron in this complex ion. Clear? So, simple. So, what is oxidation number? It is the charge of the central metal atom that would carry when the ligands are removed along with their along with their lone pair of the electron. So how to find out the oxidation number of the central metal atom? And one more thing I need to tell you, that you need to know oxidation number of these ligands, okay. And then I don't know the oxidation number of the iron, that I will keep as a X, and how many Cn are there? 6, and the oxidation, this Cn can able to give -1 as a value, so which is equal to -4, and always the sum of the oxidation number of all the atom inside the complex ion is equal to the charge possessed by this complex ion. Always equate this part with the charge. Okay, so this is how we can able to, and this oxidation number is represented as a Roman letters. Okay, so let us go for the second example. Here I need to calculate the oxidation number of the copper. So let me take it as a X plus 4 Cn are there. 4 I have written in bracket. What is the value? -1. 1 Cn can able to value of 1 Cn, that it means oxidation number is nothing but -1. Equate it to the charge possessed with the complex ion bracket, that is -3. So what will be the answer? Send it here. Here X is equals to +1. So Cu can be represented as like this, Roman letter, as I said you. Clear? So let us go for third one. Here nickel, the oxidation number of the nickel I need to calculate. X I will keep +4, and here this CO group has a 0, its state will be 0, and I have to equate with there is no charge, means equate it to 0. So what happens here? X is equal to 0. So the nickel oxidation state will be, the oxidation number will be 0 itself. So next, here Fe I need to calculate, +6, Cn means -1 you can take, which is equals to -3, and then X is equal to +3, okay. And then here it means Fe can be written like this, okay. And here copper I need to calculate X +4. Here also ammonia is a neutral, it means its oxidation state you can take as a 0, which is equal to +2. Therefore X is equals to +2. So the copper is written as +2 oxidation number. So this is how we can able to calculate the oxidation number. Simple. The definition of the oxidation number of the central metal atom is that the charge of the central metal atom, when the charge arises, it is the charge of the central metal atom that would carry when the ligands are removed from it along with their lone pair of the electron. Then how to find out the oxidation number of the central metal atom? Let us take the example. Here this is the complex ion, and even you know it is the ligand, and this is the central metal atom. So I need to calculate the central metal atom's oxidation number. So let me take it as a X plus how many ligands are there? It means how many Cn are there? 6. First you take 6 here, and the oxidation number of this Cn is -1. So into -1, equate this content with the charge possessed by the complex ion, that equate it to -4. So if you simplify, you are going to get X is equals to +2. So the oxidation number is written in the Roman letter in the bracket. So Fe can be represented like this, Fe +2 state. And then second, here Cu Cn4 minus Cn4 whole bracket -3 is there, complex ion. So Cu means X, totally how many Cn? 4, and each Cn can give us -1. -1 I have substituted here, which is equal to the -3. So the value will be X is equal to +1. Cu is in the +1 state. And here CO is a neutral, it means its oxidation state will be 0. So Ni I need to find out x plus 4 into 0, which is equal to 0 because there is no any charge. So the value will be 0. Similarly, if you go for the further example, you can able to observe what exactly the value of the oxidation number of the central metal atom. I hope so it is clear for you. Clear? So let us go for the one more bit of the topic, that is homoleptic and heteroleptic complexes. So homoleptic, the name itself indicates homo means same, only one type. Okay. So the homoleptic complexes are these are the coordination compounds in which one type of the ligand is coordinated with the central metal atom. Only one type of the ligand will be surrounding the central metal atom. For example, like this. Suppose this is the metal I will take, central metal atom. Suppose all the ligands, similar type of the ligands or only one type of the ligands are surrounding this central metal atom, means that will be a homoleptic complex. Suppose if it is like, I will take L1, L2, L3 like this, different, not only one type, it can be surrounded with two or more than two types of the ligands. Such a complexes are known as heteroleptic complexes. Are you getting what exactly I am telling, the definition of the homoleptic and heteroleptic complex? Once again I will tell you, homoleptic complex means these are the coordination compounds in which the central metal atom or ion is surrounded by only one type of the ligands. Okay. And heteroleptic complexes are the coordination compounds in which the central metal atom is surrounded by two or more than two different types of the ligands. So if you understood the definition, let me tell you which are here I have written 4 examples for the homoleptic complex as well as heteroleptic complex. Just you look at the example and you can able to find out which is homoleptic, which is heteroleptic. See here, how many ligands? Just you look at the ligands. Look at the ligands. In the first complex, how many ligands will be there? 4 ligands are there, but those 4 ligands are similar only. It means same, only one type, NH3 is there. Totally 4 NH3 are there. It means whether it is homoleptic or heteroleptic. Exactly, it is a homoleptic complex because all the 4 NH3 are there. NH3 are only one type of the ligand. And let us go for here. Here these two are the ligand Pt, that is platinum is the central metal atom, and here two different, NH3 is also a ligand, Cl is also a ligand. Two different types of the ligands are there. It means whether it is homo? No, it is heteroleptic complex. It is a heteroleptic complex. Next, see which one it is? This is the homoleptic. Last only I will write. And see here, F is surrounded by the 6 Cl. All the Cn are similar. It means it is a homoleptic. See here, NH3 is also there, Cl is also there, NO2 is also there. It means more than 2 different types of the ligands are surrounding the central metal atom, and these are said to be a heteroleptic complexes. So these two are the example for the homoleptic. Okay, while these two are the example for the heteroleptic complex. Okay, I hope so it is clear for you. Let us go for the one more important bit, that is coordination polyhedron. So what is the meaning of coordination polyhedron? It is the geometry. See here, as our ligand is surrounding the central metal atom, I said you like this. Suppose if the central metal atom, if it is surrounded by the 4 ligand like this, so what is the shape of this one? Square planar. Will you agree it is a square planar? like this, depends upon the arrangement of the ligand surrounding the central metal atom, that it will going to give a geometry to the complex. That geometry is nothing but a coordination polyhedron. So here the coordination polyhedron, its definition is geometrical shape of complex ion. See here, as I shown you, the geometrical shape of this complex ion formed by coordination of central metal atom and ligand. Okay. See here, it is a simple. Suppose this is the central metal atom and the ligands are surrounding it. The ligands are surrounding it. So depends upon the surrounding ligand, in which way they are surrounding the central metal, that it will going to give us a geometrical shape. That is nothing but coordination polyhedron. That is the geometrical shape of the complex ion. How it is formed? By the coordination of the central metal atom and the ligand. So for example, here CONH3 6 times is there. 6, it means it can able to, like this, 6 ligands will be there. 6 ligands are surrounding the central metal atom, that is cobalt, CO. So it is a octahedral. The shape will be octahedral. Okay. And here second example, here the 4 NH3 are surrounding the copper. It means 4 ligands are surrounding the central metal atom. So it is a square planar. Square planar. And then in the third example, here also the 4 CO are surrounding the nickel and its shape is tetrahedral. Okay. So might be you are in confusion, because here also 4 is there, here also 4 is there. Why we are giving the shape here as a square planar and here as a tetrahedral? So let me explain you. See here, depends upon the, suppose the central metal atom is surrounded by the 4 ligand in this way, like this, 4 ligands. Okay. So it is a square planar. Yes or no? Suppose if those are tetrahedral, like this, if those are surrounding in this way, it means it is a tetrahedral. So what is a coordination polyhedron? It is the geometrical shape of the complex ion formed by the coordination of central metal atom and ligand. So this is how we can explain few of the terms here. So once again I will revise oxidation number of the central metal atom. So it is the charge of the central metal atom that would carry, not always, that would carry when the ligands are removed along with their lone pair of the electron. Okay, that is the oxidation number. So how to find out the oxidation number? See here, by taking the few of the example, let us find the central metal atom and keep its oxidation number as X. Okay, and then here I need to find out the oxidation number of Fe. So I have kept it as a X plus 6 Cn are there, and oxidation number of Cn is -1. Okay, which is equate always thus to the charge of this complex. Clear? That is -4. If you simplify, X is equals to +2. Fe can be written in the format of the Fe plus 2. Okay. And similarly, if you go on observing the different example, already I have explained. So just you try once again, you can able to find out exactly the oxidation number of the CMA, that is central metal atom or ion. Okay. So let us few more, that is definitions. Homoleptic complex and heteroleptic complex means, homo means only one kind of the ligand is surrounding the central metal atom. Hetero means more than one kind, it is different kinds of the ligands are surrounding the central metal atom, and these are the complexes which we have given examples for the homoleptic as well as heteroleptic complexes. Next, coordination polyhedron. So it's about the geometry. It's about the geometry, how it appears in the space, like geometrical shape we can able to give here. So how depends upon the ligand arrangement around the central metal atom, the shape is given for this complex. That is nothing but coordination polyhedron. That is only in a definition, geometrical shape of the complex ion formed by the coordination of the central metal atom and the ligand. Example here, 6 NH3 are there. 6 means octa. So its shape will be octahedral. And whenever the 4 ligands are there, it depends upon its arrangement. If it is arranged like this, it is a tetrahedral. If it previously I have shown you, that will be a square planar. So this is how we can able to explain few of the terms in the coordination compounds, and in our next class we will discuss about the ligand and types of the ligand, and this is the important part of the today's video. So just go for trying finding the oxidation number of the central metal atom. Okay, thank you.